Listen to me.
Listen to her. Your life would be a lot easier. Trust me.
That's true.
Hey, this is Amir.
This is Diana.
And you're watching
VEGANTWOSOME.
Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here and you're interested in vegan food and vegan food reviews, you're in the right place. Sit back, relax, grab yourself an open-faced sandwich and enjoy this episode. We have new episodes every Sunday. Where are we at today?
Today we are at a plant-based cafe called Feast and Fallow.
And what's it all about?
There are a lot of things about Feast and Fallow because we got the chance to speak to its owner, Steve. So he told us a lot about this place that I found really interesting and inspiring.
Fascinating, actually.
It is a non-profit coffee shop. They have drinks, they have food, they have bread, and they also have cookies from Bonus and loaves from To Live For. And it's very inspiring.
They make their own loaves too.
Yeah. He bakes the loaves. They're like charcoal sourdough loaves. It's amazing.
Let's talk about the location. Where is it at?
It is on West 41st and Canby. It is in the Oak Ridge area. There's a shopping mall, Oak Ridge Center, that's being redeveloped. And there are a lot of residential areas. I grew up around this area, so I'm very familiar with it. And I have to say, wow, amazing that a vegan cafe has opened. There is no such thing in this area, even at this moment.
Let's talk about the interior really quickly. What's it like?
It's very modern, bright. The really cool thing is that the space of the cafe actually belongs to the church that's right beside it. So the church has allowed for this non-profit business to use this space right now.
Absolutely, which is really cool for a church to do, I think.
Yeah, so progressive.
Let's talk about the food and the drinks we got. Go ahead. Should I start? I start.
Okay.
I got the mocha. What did you get as a drink?
I got the matcha latte, and all their milks, by default, are oat milk. It's so unreasonable when we go to a regular cafe to have to pay extra for plant-based milks. So when there's a vegan cafe where by default everything's already plant-based, it's so much better.
We got the croissant to try, and what did we get for open-faced sandwich?
We got the Breaky Sandwich.
So let's start with the drinks. I love this mocha. It was absolutely delicious. You could still taste the coffee. It was very chocolatey. It kind of reminded me of the Harkin mocha, which was a coffee shop in Vancouver that was all vegan. Unfortunately, it's closed down.
I really enjoyed the mocha as well. It didn't have a bitter taste. It wasn't like too intense. Like sometimes I feel like when I have coffee, it just gives me jitters and a jolt, whereas this one didn't. It was a really good mocha. I would order it. One, two, three.
Perfect five. Five.
My matcha latte. I like matcha-based drinks, that's why I ordered it. It was with oat milk, my favorite kind of milk. It was perfect. It was not too sweet and not too unsweet. It was the perfect sweetness.
If you're a regular here and you've seen our shows before, you know that I absolutely loathe matcha. Don't like it at all. No need for it. Not for me. So in a way, it's kind of actually unfair for me to rate matcha drinks because they're never gonna get a great mark. But I have decided, I made a decision.
What?
So from now on, every time we do matcha, I'm gonna give it a 3. Just assuming it's good, it's average, because I hate it, otherwise it'd be a 0 or a 1. But until one of them blows my mind, and then we take it from there. So let's do it. Wonder what I'm gonna give it.
One, two, three.
There you go. So again, take this with a grain of salt because I hate matcha. But that's just me. I'm here.
If there's a bakery with a vegan croissant, I'm gonna get it because I love croissants. I like comparing all the different kinds of croissants to see how they stack up.
And how was this one?
This was really good. It was flaky. It was a little bit chewy. And I can imagine putting stuff in this croissant to make a sandwich. I can also imagine putting some kind of like jam or butter on this croissant to have it as a sweet kind of pastry. Maybe in the future they're gonna make stuffed croissants like almond croissant, pistachio croissant, chocolate croissant.
I love the croissant. It was nice and flaky on the outside, nice and fluffy on the inside. It tasted really good. The one thing I was thinking the whole time I was eating it was I would have loved to have a little bit of a cream cheese on the side. Put it on there and it would have really benefited from it, I think. But that's not what this is, it's just a croissant. I understand that croissant doesn't normally come with cream cheese.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Like, what are you doing here?
I get it, I get that. But it would be a nice addition because I thought it would really go well with it.
You can add your own addition.
Well, that's what I mean, it's on the side. Just give me a little tiny.
We're rating plain croissants here.
Not
Not condiments plus croissant. One, two, three.
Boom. Not the last and absolutely not the least. What did we get?
The Breaky Sandwitch.
And what was on the Breaky Sandwich?
The base was their own charcoal sourdough bread, and then they had a red pepper spread, then just egg, sauteed mushrooms, greens, pickled onions, and that was it. Simple.
Yeah, delicious.
Very delicious.
Really liked it. What do you think?
I really liked it. At first I thought, oh, you know, sometimes I say sourdough is hard to cut through. And I was like, oh, it's piled pretty high. It might be difficult to like eat it, but it cut through beautifully, which I think is important. And all the flavors worked really well together. I haven't had just egg very much, so it was really good. The just egg in it. The red pepper spread was really good. Everything just worked really well.
I thought it was absolutely delicious as well. There was nothing I could change about it. I would have liked to have the whole thing. I kind of regret sharing it with Diana. Like, I knew it too. I told her, I'm like, hey Dee, like, it's not gonna be, I just wanna have my own. And she explained to me, no.
This open-faced sandwich has a lot of ingredients from local companies, which is something they're also aware of when, I guess, thinking about what ingredients to use in their food.
When we were talking to Steve, he was telling us, explaining it to us how, you know, it's not about all being local, but being aware from where your food comes from. And, you know, is it fairly made? And was everybody who was involved in making that food is fairly paid? And like really cool concepts that a lot of people don't think about, you know, when it comes to food. So really refreshing to have that conversation with Steve. We talked to him about possibly going back and doing another episode. We interview him and you could hear from him himself. So stay tuned for that.
One, two, three.
Boom, perfect vibe. Diana, would you go back to Feast and Fallow and dine again?
I would absolutely go back to Feast and Fallow. I want to try their other drinks. I want to try the other food. I want to see how they grow because I'm sure there's going to be adjustments and changes. And like I said, it's a really interesting concept. I want to support it. And I encourage you guys to try it out too. How about you? Would you go back to Feast and Fallow?
Absolutely. I love the place as well. Interesting concept. The food was great. Everybody who works there is nice and friendly. A lot of the staff are actually volunteers, so that's also really cool as well. And yeah, I would absolutely go back and try other stuff. And like you said, hopefully they grow and have more options. And let's see where they go.
Yeah.
I wish them the best.
And I want to add, like, because their goal is not for profit. Their goal is not to like make tons of money off this idea. So all their menu items were really, really fairly priced.
If you like this episode and you like the kind of videos we do, go ahead, do us a favor, do yourself a favor, press that subscribe button
Give it a thumbs up.
and ring that bell so you won't miss any episodes. Especially since starting next week, we're gonna have a whole bunch of episodes from our trip to Los Angeles, United States of America. We're gonna have some great guests, some great food, and trust you me, you don't wanna miss those episodes.
Take a look at this video on Amir's face. We don't want to cover his hair because he just got a haircut. It's a good one. Thanks for watching.
Muchas gracias, señorita and señoritos.
Fuck. You kidding me?